And good evening, race fans. Thank you once again for tuning in here on a Sunday night to True Sim Productions. We got a banger for you tonight. It's the Blazing Pedals Racing League Winter Series. It's Gen 4, the NASCAR Gen 4. These cars are wicked. They're fast. These guys are loose. They're going to have their hands full tonight because tonight it's the first time we're visiting a short track here on the schedule for the Winter Series. So super excited about that. But for now, let's go down trackside and hear tonight's rendition of the national anthem. We'll be back momentarily.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last gleaming, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rocket's red glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave o'er the land of the free and the home of the brave.
Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, we are back here at Richmond. If you couldn't tell prior, I am super excited to be here tonight. If you would, let me know about the sound as far as the mic and the cars go. If y'all can hear me okay, or if I need to turn myself up a little bit, tweak some audio settings in the background. Hopefully, the mic should be sounding a little bit better each week as we go. We're trying to learn this new mic still, but let's talk some racing tonight. 150 laps here at Richmond. Remember, we are stage racing now once again. What's that mean? Stage 1 is going to end at lap 40. Stage 2 is going to be lap 90. So the ones at home that do the math, that leaves 60 laps in that final stage to declare a race winner. As I was not here last week, Chris Legoo stepped in the booth for me, so I can't even remember who actually won last week either. No, Mark Arthur picked up the race win at Daytona. I know he's not a proponent or a fan of Super Speedway racing, but he finally got him a race win a few weeks back. And also, hope all you fine folks at home, Miss Lori Law, see you out there in the chat. Hope y'all had a great Happy New Year's and a great Christmas. As spent some time with the family. We had a good little break here. I was trying to get all my ducks in a row here, folks. Like I said, we was on a little bit of break. We're a little rusty, but we'll make it all work. See if we can find some drivers to talk to. How about that? See if somebody wants to come up here and have a quick chat with us. You know what? We talked to him a lot, but we're going to talk to him again because he is sitting currently top of the speed chart. Currently sitting top of the speed chart with practice. Now, a lot can change between now and the race because we are going nighttime. But he's proving to be bad fast right now. Mr. Mark Arthur, you're live in the booth, brother. You got a copy.
I got you.
So, Mark, bear with me for a minute. Let me check your levels. As we did a update here, and our audio was all disconnected and everything. So, we're figuring it out. So, Mark, sitting P1 in practice right now. Got a little bit of a time difference over Brian Zimmerman. How's the car feeling for you tonight with that Barbie number 12 machine?
Greasy.
Greasy like your hair or just slick?
Very, very slidey. like 4-wheel slides type of thing, and it's I don't know, man. We'll see. I mean, that's a lot of horsepower in this car, right? Tight turns, so can't control that right foot, then we're gonna have problems, right? I think I'll be all right. It felt pretty good after about 5 or 6 laps, so we'll just have to see how it goes during the race.
So I've had the fortune of talking to a few drivers during practice, or you as well, earlier this afternoon. I've heard it's slick, but I've also heard you gotta be careful because you're really using up the right side tires, but mainly the right front as well. Are you seeing tire issues tonight at all?
Yeah, I mean, I've noticed that same thing. If you're going in there just really pounding down in the corners, and it may be that sliding issue, right? So it could be sliding that right front tire and causing it to heat up and wear out extra fast. So yeah, right side tires I think is going to be an issue. So we only have so many. So
right.
People are going to have to be careful and be patient and let the racetrack come to them, I think.
Well, right on, brother. We'll let you get back up to the pit stall and discussing a little strategy with your buddies up there, your teammates. And you've already got one race win. Maybe we'll be talking to you in this thing, brother.
All right, man. Thanks, Tanner.
Absolutely, boss. Getting Mark Arthur back up to his channel. But yeah, folks, so you heard him. Greasy. But what I'm noticing here in practice, I'm not really seeing a whole lot of self-spins. So that tells me they're able to catch the car when it is getting loose. But, I mean, man, oh man, it's just getting loose. It's getting right on board with Tron here. I think as he's having a little bit of a connection issue here, but right on board with Tron, so y'all can just see kind of what these drivers are facing here. Whoa, walks the dog sideways there. As he is having some electrical issues on his end. Let's see if we can find somebody else. Austin Edstrom here. Looks like he is pulling off the track as qualifying is getting ready to take place here. And I think qualifying is going to be super important. You don't want to be in the hornet's nest of the pack because, well, I mean, let's face it, then you're surrounded by more of an opportunity, more of a chance to be in that mid-race chaos, which we can almost pencil in as for sure certain will occur at one point tonight. But it is so slick and so greasy. So you got to mind your P's and Q's. You got to be careful who you're around. So I think qualifying is going to be super important to try to nail that lap, try to start as good as you possibly can to eliminate as many cars out the windshield as you can. Folks, we have 5 seconds to go. And then we're scooting on into qualifying. If you haven't already, hit that thumbs up button. It helps us out a ton. As we recently broke the 500 subscriber mark here on True Sim Productions. So can't thank y'all enough for that. So hit the thumbs up button, hit the subscribe button. Chat with me. Let me know where you're watching from. As it looks like qualifying has begun. Which car is going to be the first car to head out on track? Looks like it's going to be... Still waiting. Now, they do have 10 minutes, so they don't have to go right out. They have a few minutes they can kill. Looks like Toilet Boat Thomas Freitas might be the first car to elect the qualify, excuse me. Let's do the number 23 Chummy Motorsports machine. Piloted by none other than Tom Freitas, so Toilet Boat Tom, as he is known in our circle. Trying to get the power down as much as you can, but man, oh man, Mark said it earlier, these corners are super tight. It's very important to hit that apex just right. If you're running that middle groove, you got to try to cut it down, get that car straight off the corner. If not, you're going to be fighting the tight loose condition all night long. See if we get our side ticker up over here. As the names are all jumbled up, but we'll fix that in 1 second. There we go. Looks like Chris Paul Heyman. So Tron put it P1 with a 2187. As Toilet Bowl gets loose. Lap's going to be no and void, but first lap did put him P2. See Larry Bell coming out to the track as Brad Lawson knocks off, and then Brian Zimmerman provisional pole As Zimmy's actually coming down the backstretch here for his second lap. Let's ride on board here with Zimmy, see what he can do in the 28. As, oh, he got awful close to that wall. Look at him slide that machine around a four-wheel drift there. Walks it up to the wall, gets loose again. Second lap's going to be 21:77, so a tad bit slower on that second lap around. We jump back on board with Larry Bale here, number 43. As this is coming to complete lap number 1 for Larry. It looks like lap number 1's the money lap. Ooh, Larry Bale P5 with a 21.91. Going to see if he can get a little quicker this next time around the circuit. Gets really loose right there. Off turn 2, it's going to be a battle. A battle all night long. As this lap from the eye test looked like it could be faster. Was it? It was not. A tick slower. Jason Powell, number 18 machine, he just finished up his qualifying effort. As Chris Berg, number 66, just crossed the line to start his qualifying effort here. You see, Chris elected to use a little bit different line there. He went to the middle groove and stayed there the entire time. He never really went down low, and right here trying to get as much speed and momentum built up. Drives it right down to the yellow line. I look for lap number 2 to be a fast one for this number 66 machine. His first lap only good enough for P11, but he was using that first lap just to get the heat in the tires and get the momentum built. See what he can do for the lap number 2. 66 looked really smooth off turn 2. Right down to the yellow line. 3 and 4. I think it's going to be a good one, folks. This looks like a P5 type lap, top 5. As he goes P2 on the board with a 21.68. 68. As a newcomer to the series, Kyle Klingenpiel just completed his first lap with a 22.94, so he was electing to do the same kind of strategy as Chris Berg did. Throw away the first lap and make the second one the money lap. Let's see if he can cash that check here. You got to be careful. You're taking a risk when you throw away that first lap. But if it pays off in great, great order. As Klinkenpill's second lap is going to take him all the way up to P6 with a 21.82. Looks like we have Bach overtaken to the track now. We'll get some driver details up for you fine folks at home. What a beautiful, beautiful guy that is. Oh, Aaron Bachhover. See what he can do from Huber Heights, Ohio. He's so fast. This is a header title. Got a 44 patriotic Budweiser car, dude. Very good looking car. First lap around is going to slot him in the 15th place starting position. He looks smoother out of 1 and 2 right there than he did on his prior lap. What can he do here? Got to get the power down, climb that hill right to the wall. As Bachhover's going to jump up to P8. As, man, oh man, these guys are right on top of each other. Lap times are not separated by much at all. As the Taffy man out on track, finishing up his qualifying effort here. That was the second lap. Second lap around is going to be a 22.12. So not bad for Terry Foster. The Taffy man. As a heavy hitter week in and week out on Sundays. It don't matter the car. It's the Soul Stealer. Brian Dees here coming out for his qualifying attempt now. MFRD number 17. That car just looks menacing. Reminds me of the Hulk. The black with the green. As first lap around for Brian Dees is only going to be a 22.30. Going to see if he can get quicker, which I'm sure he will with this second lap. As, oh no, trouble right there. Got really loose, and that's going to really affect his time. Did not get to drive down the backstretch like he really needed there. What can a 17 machine do for him here at the line? He's spinning the tires. As Dees still with that bobble. As, oh, new provisional pole. Austin Edstrom, 21.64. But Brian Dees with that bobble, getting loose like that, still settled for P7. So that shows how bad fast that guy is and how much faster that lap could have been. He could have been sitting up there with Edstrom and Zimmy. But right now, the pole is held up by Austin Edstrom. Brian Zimmerman's going to be starting to his outside. A few guys left to go and one heavy hitter left to go. He's won. We've talked to him. Mr. Mark Arthur. Mark was fastest in practice. Can he knock down Austin Edstrom from a 21.64? As first lap around a 21.57 for Mark Arthur. Provisional pole goes to Mark Arthur. Can he get quicker here on the second lap? Looks like he got a little loose there. He's giving the lap up. He realized it. He cut his losses. He saw he got loose, but saw he had a time good enough for P1. So I believe that might be everybody left to rock and roll with there. So we're going to see. We're going to take this time. If we can find a driver to talk to. Pull up Mr. Chris Berg. He's going to be starting in a P4 position. Chris, this is Tanner Marr in TSP's booth. Got a copy?
I got you.
So, Chris, we picked you because you're rolling off fourth here. And I noticed when I was watching, you used a little bit different qualifying strategy there. It was almost as if you threw away the first lap, just used that to get some heat in the tires and all that, and made that second lap a money lap, piloted up to P4. Talk to me about the qualifying effort and talk to me about, give me a little tidbit for the strategy. What are we thinking tonight?
You're exactly right on my qualifying. I noticed that in practice. Just wasn't that first lap. If I didn't get a good run off 4, it affected lap 2. So figured just kind of throw it away, get some heat in the tires, and I surprised myself with the lap, honestly. But going into race, I'm hoping just to kind of hang out and hopefully make it to the end, ride here. I think the first stage is 40 laps, so I think we should be able to make it on fuel.
So, Chris, I haven't raced with you actually on track since we brought back stages, right? So I don't know. Normally, you can start to tell who wants stage points, who don't. When it comes to stage racing, do you do it? Do you try to race for some stage points, or are you just thinking big picture, race win, and all that?
I could care less about stages. I like when we don't have them. It opens up strategy more, in my opinion. So stage points don't mean anything to me. I'm just racing for wins and the best finish possible.
All right, on, brother. Well, Chris, we'll let you get down there. I think you're racing with Blackhawk Motorsports. Is that correct?
Yep, that's correct. Got Mike Massengale and Dustin Ping as my teammates. They're pretty awesome.
Right there. And they came out also and sponsored not only some races this season, but hell, they sponsored the whole series. So shout out to Blackhawk Motorsports and shout out to you, Chris Berg, starting P4 tonight. Keep that car clean, and maybe we'll be talking to you at the end of this thing, buddy.
Awesome. Thanks. You guys have a great night in the booth.
Thank you, buddy. As we'll get him back down to Blackhawk. And folks, about that time. It is about that time. So Mark Arthur holds him off. For provisional pole. It's not provisional anymore. It's just a pole. Get that grid. Rocking and rolling. Why not? All right, folks, Mark Arthur's going to be starting P1 with a 21.576 with Austin Edstrom starting to his outside. And then starting inside row number 2, it's going to be Brian Zimmerman. Outside row number 2, so man we just talked to, Chris Berg, number 66, starting 4. Alex C. Harris is going to be rolling off in the 5th place starting position with Andy Polisky starting P6. Brad Lawson, he's returned. Number 63, he's bad fast. He's going to be firing off in the 7th place position with Brian Dees, a.k.a. the Soul Stealer, firing off to his outside, row number 4. Starting P9, we have Kyle Klingenhill, number 45. Dustin Ping, starting P10. 11th is Aaron Bachhover with 12th being the Alabama Gang's own Paul Ellison. Cycle on down a little bit. 13th is going to be Trey Young. Chris Paul Hamish Tron. He's been bad fast in these Gen 4 cars. I know he's looking to race some hell here tonight. Representing Front Row Esports in the 3 machine, firing off 14th. Larry Bell's 15th. Bullet Bow Tom starting 16th. Kelvin Miller, a.k.a. Mark Miller, starting 17th. Jason Powell's rolling off 18th. Terry Foster, the Taffy Man, starting 19th. Nicholas Lamb's 20th. Jason Bowers, 21st. Dalton Kittle is 22nd, but although I don't think he's actually going to finish the race, I think he's starting at parking. And then we're going to have Mike Massengill playing shotgun to the field, representing Blackhawk Motorsports there, number 20, starting 23rd. But a good group of cars out here. Mark needs to hit the starting grid. Hope we don't miss it. There's the 12 car. So you got bright pink and bright orange, bringing them to the line the first time around on the track. Get that music off. Alright, folks. It's almost time. Listen to them Gen 4s rumble. So much power in these cars. So glad to have it back. So glad to be back. The break was nice, but man, oh man, it's nice coming back. Folks, last time we're saying, and I promise, probably not, but we'll say the last time right now. Hit the thumbs up button if you haven't. Pace cars getting ready to make the left-hand turn on the pit road. Then we're green flag racing. Fields in the hands of Mark Arthur, that number 12 machine. 87, 28, 66. That's just first 2 rows. Excuse me, pace car's going to take another lap around, so race control did not want to fire them off that time. But that's okay. Make these drivers wait a little bit longer. One more time around this half-mile circuit. As while they're doing that, let's see if we can pull up the race info really quick. 79 degrees, air and track temp, so the track is cooling down going into nighttime conditions. And this is almost three quarters of a mile track. I said half mile, that was a mistake. 3/4 of a mile track. So pace car will pull down this time. And then in the words of Darrell Watcher, it's boogity boogity boogie time after that. As green is in the air, Mark Arthur gets a great launch off. But Austin Edstrom does as well right there to his outside. But Austin has the room to fall in right there behind Mark in P2. As top 3 get it sorted out. Still a lot of 2x2 racing here in the middle of the pack. As the guys trying to get everything they can on these starts and restarts. Chris Berg started P4. A little bit of trouble right there. May have actually kissed the outside wall a little bit. Already falling back to P6. But this is a short track, so that inside lane, it's dominant. It looks like Aaron Bockover trying to take it 3 wide back in the middle of the pack. Looks like the 44 thought better of it. Backed out of it there. We head back up front. Mark Arthur got a little bit of a lead over the 87 at Edstrom. Top 5 have single filed out entirely, all the way back to Brian Dees back here in P6. All he sees is single file in front of him, but behind him he sees cars everywhere. With only 40 laps for first stage, it goes by really quick. They're doing laps in a 22-second pace here with fresh tires. As, oh, yellow flag out on the speedway. Oh, no. The 20, Massengill, the Bengals machine. I'm a Bengals fan, so I hate to see that. A little bit of damage to the left front, or left rear, excuse me, of that car. See what happened to Massengill there. Oh, him and a Taffy man get tangled up. From that view right there, it was hard to really tell. So let's back it up. This is the corner prior right here. 20 gets to the inside. Taffy Man Terry's giving room. I think 2 guys is going for the same real estate there. So tough break from Massengill there. And Foster. Hey, it's telling me Larry Bell crashed as well. Let's see right here, folks. Bear with me for a second. See? Okay, no. SDK just being goofy. So Larry Bell electing to take it down pit side, but nobody else really. So a little bit of a strategy call here from Belsky, I believe. Let's see what happens with the 43 machines. Does not have damage. Maybe a little fuel call there. The great thing about online racing, we can ask. We can find out. Let's go see. Larry Bell, Tanner Marr up in the booth. Got a copy?
I got a copy.
So, Belsky, I noticed you elected to hit down pit road right there. Is that just a fuel call maybe for later on in the race?
Yes, sir. It's pretty tight whether we can make it to the first stage or not, so I figure I might as well tough up here.
So, the others that are tight, you're not tight anymore. You're good to make it to the first stage?
Oh, yeah.
All right on, brother. We'll give them hell in that number 43, buddy. Good luck.
Thank you, sir. Have a good broadcast.
Absolutely. Thank you. Oh, Larry Bell right there. Went in with a little bit of a pit call. Fuel strategy call there. As now I need to come over and check the chat. Oh, Lori's a Cowboys fan. Lori in the chat said, told Mark my Cowboys won, so now I just need my brother to win the race and my night will be perfect. Come on, Lori. Not a Cowboys fan, surely. But I'm just playing. I won't give you a hard time. Y'all look good this year. All right, lights should go off on the pace car. Going to be about a 30 lap. Oh, lights are still on. Excuse me. So it'll be a little bit under 30 laps to end this first stage. But I gotta keep checking the chat because I know Lori heard me. I'm expecting something pretty quick. I'm a Bengals fan. It's been rough this year. Been rough. Been rough the last 20 years, except for last year. Last year and a half, really. All right, I look for the lights to be off on the pace car this next time by. We shall see. Lights are off. It's time to go back racing. All right, field's in the hands of the 12 car. The Pepto-Bismol 12 machine. It's Barbie. It's Mark Arthur. It's Jeff Arthur. Mark from Maryland. As he fires them off, gets a great launch off. No type of competition for him or Edstrom. They both get out single file now. Alex E. Harris and Brian Zimmerman, they're working at double file as Zimmy looks to make the pass over Harris. He does. But Harris in the tide rod. He's up one spot. He's looking to move. Oh, almost 3 wide there. Who was that? Was that Andy Poliski trying to put his nose down there? Got Brian Dees right there to the outside of him. Looks like those two might be a little faster than what Alex T. Harris was on getting up to the gear there. Alex looks like he got it sorted out. This car right here, ladies and gentlemen, it provides such good racing because there's so much power. There's too much power. You got to figure out how to use it. You're never going to use all the power in this car here. You got to figure out how much of it to use and when to use it. It's all about throttle control tonight. We heard Mark from Maryland. He mentioned that in his pre-race interview. It's all about managing that throttle. We have a good side-by-side battle going on between teammates. It's Ping and Berg going door-to-door here. Battling for the 7th place position. Looks like Berg has got the better of the battle right now. Ping may back out and just let him have it here. No, it's still Ping battles right back in the 81 to the low side. Going to try to get the power down here. You get around that 66 machine. Still not able to do it. Berg holding on strong on that outside lane, but I think it's just a matter of time at this point. As Bockover looks like he's looking or wanting to look underneath Klingenpeel back here. number 45. The white and black with the green number 45 decal number on it. And that's a good looking Matco Tools paint scheme. We head back up front. It's still all Mark Arthur. One Daytona, so he proved he can win on one of the biggest tracks we're going to go to. Now, this isn't the smallest of the tracks we're going to go to this season, but it's one of. It's the second smallest. Can Mark win on one of the smallest tracks in the season? With them only being 10 races in the season, if you can get you 2 wins early in the season, you're setting up yourself up really nice for a championship at the season's end. That is what the 12 car is looking to do, looking to build on the momentum he has started. But I can say the same for Austin Edstrom and Brian Zimmerman. Although Zimmerman missed Daytona, there is a drop week, so he will be okay in regards to points when it all is said and done, but needs strong finishes here on out. As, yellow flag back out on the speedway. Oh, he ran so good earlier. I think it's not only one front row esports driver, I think it's 2 between Chris Paul Hamus and Tom and somebody else too. That Jason Powell that got in there. Oh, Tron gets in there a little hot. Nothing Tom or Jason Powell can do there to get by. He's going to see them. So Tron gets on the brakes, has to step on the brakes a little bit harder than normal. It's going to force that car to unload and go around. Tom's trying to get low, thinks he's got it cleared, does not. And the same for Powell here. Let's go on board with Jason Powell real quick. Same could be said for the 18. Trying to skate by. He sees the 3 car getting loose up there. Oh, just nowhere to go. What's the impact like for? Might be okay. Let's see if we can get a. Ooh, that's pretty significant for the 18 machine there. It's still on pit road as well. I think he hit a telephone pole right where it says Grand Prix. Man, oh man, tough break for Jason Powell as he was returning. This is his return to BPL tonight. Not how we wanted it to go for sure. See if you can get that 18 car fixed back up though and come back out on track. As folks, while we're under this commercial break, we're going to pay some bills here. We're going to throw it over to Savage Edge. Remember, they can put your name on anything. We'll be back momentarily.
Shut up and sit down.
Alrighty, folks, we are back. Want to send a huge shout out to Savage Edge Apparel. Go to www.savageedge.com. Remember, they can put your name on anything. As green flag back out in the air here, Mark Arthur leads them around the circuit once again. Look like Edstrom got a battle going on here for P2. It looked like Demi backed out of it though. Let Edstrom come down. As we got to keep an eye on this mid-pack battle here. As the So-Still are trying to move forward. Oh, Edstrom around. Oh, they're stacking up. Oh no. Walkover around. Cars piling in. We actually just clicked off of Edstrom when this went down. Big hits there. Let's go back all the way to the restart so we can get our bearings. See what happened here. Did the 87 get loose or the 28? Maybe get a little bumper tag here. Oh, 87's looking underneath the 12 car there. Okay. Now, let's rewind this back and let's walk through this here. I'm going to tell you as a driver what I think happens here. And I could be wrong, but I think I'm pretty spot on. Right here, Mark's showing Edstrom the bottom, so Edstrom thinking he can take it and be okay. Well, right here, Mark realized, well, Edstrom's not coming, so he comes down and runs his normal line. Well, Edstrom's coming in with a lot of momentum here. He gets the car slowed up the first time. But that second time, boom, right here. Demi right into the back, not expecting the checkup. Let's play at real speed one time for you. Demi not prepared for the checkup there. Gets into the back of the 87. And then all hell breaks loose after that. Trying to figure out who else. No, Backover was also heavily involved. So let's see what happened to the 44 Budweiser machine here. He sees him. Going around front. Oh no, a little tap from Mark Miller was just enough to upset the 44. 5 cars coming in. Everybody's coming in, trying to get through. But actually, minimal damage for a lot of these guys. Ellison kind of got squeezed between a few drivers here. We're just trying to get the car slowed down. The 5 car coming in hot like that's going to cause some issues. But the rest of them are okay. Just about. Poor Mark Massengill involved in another one. All right, so now you're getting close to the stage break here now. Do you pit? That way you don't have to pit under the stage break. That's the question. You're hearing drivers shut the car off here. Now, I want to see if I can dial up Brian Zimmerman if the lights do not go off this time by.
No, he's...
As we got him up here now, Mr. Brian Zimmerman. You're live in the booth. Got a copy?
Yeah, buddy, I got you. How you tonight?
I'm doing good. So I walked the viewers at home through what I thought happened. It looked like Edstrom got in hot, got on the brakes, left you basically nowhere to go. But let's talk to you and tell me what happened through your windshield, brother.
Yeah, it looked like he had to check up. I don't know if he got in there hot or not, but we were rolling through there, and I felt like he just got on the brakes pretty hard, and I run into him. He said he just barely tapped them, but we were just so close together. There wasn't any room for that, and I definitely got into him, so it was my fault. So I got to take an EOL, go to the back. So totally on me. I control the nose of my car, so that's the way it works.
I mean, that's why I love your character right there, Jimmy. I know it sucks, you hate it, but it's part of it, right? Does this change the strategy now that your race got flipped around? It does.
Yeah, this track's so hard to pass. We'll have to try something a little bit different on pit strategy. We're going to have to start back here in the back. I came down topped off. I'm sorry, they're talking to me here.
We'll get you back down there. We'll get you back down there. Good.
Yeah, they're...
We'll let him get back down there, get him sorted out. I cut him off right there. We'll bring him back up here shortly under another caution. We'll let him talk. But, all right, folks, looks like pace car is back down once again. Field's in the hands of Mr. Mark Arthur. As Mark gets a good launch now. He has a new face up front. It's not the familiar face anymore. It's Alex C. Harris. Alex has been fast all practice. Oh, I'm hearing a little bit of carnage. Oh, trouble for Bauer on the restart. Hard up into the outside wall. As they keep it green here, they're racing till the stage break. Lap 40, remember, folks, lap 40. So it'll be lap 41, really. And 32 and the 45. A little bit of contact between Poliski and Kyle Klingenpiel. So Klingenpiel moving his way up to the front, up 5 positions. And Chummy, Mark Miller, shout out to Chummy. Where'd he come from? He's up 11 spots. As big wreck down here. Edstrom involved once again. No. 87 cannot catch a break. Tron's involved. I'm not sure where this one started. Is it Backover? Did Backover have a piece of the start of this? I don't know if I'm not saying he started it, but was he involved? Look like it. Let's see what happened here, folks. Oh, Paul Hamish just gets too much power down at the worst possible time there. Taking Backover. Nothing Paul Hamish did wrong here. Just too much throttle, a little bit into the wall, and he's trying to gather the car, folks. The way the power is, he knocked the tires off once after hitting the wall, and like we say before, boom goes the dynamite. Man, oh man, tough break for those guys there. A lot of good cars hurt, Edstrom included. And Edstrom, we saw he's been a front runner. Edstrom's been a front runner, so now I'm really curious about what we do in regards to the cautions, the stages, when you're going to take your fuel, when you're not. So we kind of cut this man off all ago. I don't want to do that. I want to talk to him one more time. Zimmy, are you busy now? Are you good?
I'm good, but somehow I got a passing under yellow there, and I don't know how.
Oh, you're not good then. You got problems still, huh?
So I got to go to pit road under green, serve a 35-second penalty. I thought we were lined up right, but when we went back green, it gave me a passing under yellow. So it was telling me to be in line. It was telling the 86 to pass me, and then he was a lap down. I don't know. I really don't know. He didn't get around me before the green flag fell, and that gave me a black. But
have you played your case to that?
Mark said that he can't review it, so it's
right.
gotta be a black flag. But it is what it is. If we go 2 laps down, we'll just go eat dinner quick.
Right. Well, brother, I hate that happened. I know the 28's been fast, so try to stay on the lead lap here best you can. I know it's out of your hands, basically, but just try your damnedest. And I know if you can stay on the lead lap, you'll be stronger tonight, buddy.
Well, we're going to lose some laps because we got 35-second hold. We'll be at least 2 laps
If
down.
you can get in, say you can get in, and the caution flies instantly, you'd be golden. But, I mean, that's
great.
That's going to be a tough one. Well, good luck, brother. I hate that, brother.
Hey, man. No worries, bud. That's just part of racing.
Telling y'all, Brian Zimmerman, he's the man's man. He's who you want in your league. He's passionate. He loves this. He wants to win just as bad as these other 28 guys. But he's so polite and nice about it. Anybody else right then, they're going to be mad they got the black flag. He feels kind of jaded. He shouldn't have got the black flag in his mind. How do I know that? I've been there. I've been in that position, so I feel for the 28. As we were talking and watching replays, we got a little bit busy pit road there for a minute. A lot of guys electing to come down and pit, but now your top 6, they have not touched pit road yet. From Mark, let's go through them. Mark Arthur, Alex Harris, Andy Poliski, Kyle Klingenpiel, Brad Lawson, Chummy Miller. They have all elected to not pit yet. Larry Bell, he pitted on lap 6. Remember, he pitted when nobody pitted in that first caution to top off with some fuel. So he said he was good to make the stage. Well, he's going to make the stage. That is for certain. Well, he put himself in a good spot by making that call. But now these guys are going to have to pit here in a few laps, whereas everybody else is already pit. So somebody else, we're going to have a new leader after the stage, but none of that matters. What matters right now is that pace car is getting ready to make that left-hand turn onto pit road. As Alex C. Harris looked like he was sleeping on that. We'll pull up the driver details really quick. Mark Arthur Mark from Maryland got a great launch, but Alex Harris right to the back bumper of the 12. Now remember, this is for the stage 1 win. 10 bonus points right here for the race winner, or for the stage winner, excuse me. As we're taking lap number 38 now. If a caution flies now, the stage will be official, like a referee's whistle. As we're seeing Brian Zimmerman have to hit pit road here. Tough break for Zimmerman. All right, folks, sorry, I was handling something on my PC as Mark, like Alex Harris may have had a little issue there. I heard a little metal on metal action, but nobody's around Alex there in the tide ride. But Mark has opened it up to a very significant lead here. So Mark has proven he has good speed. Now this pit call, him not pitting, with the caution coming out pretty soon right here. He'll be coming by this next lap. Caution will be out. That's going to force Mark to pit. He's going to come out not in the lead for certain. As caution is out. Let's get the driver details brought back up one more time. Oh no, it's just getting a report from Chris Berg. His iracing just froze entirely on him. Tough break for Berg, but let's get this pulled up here. So your stage 1 winner was none other than Mark from Maryland. So Mark's been proven. He's proven to be fast. He's done it for 40 laps. Can he do it for 110 more? As folks, while we're under the stage break, we are going to throw it to another quick commercial break while I sort up something on my end. Let's start with the BAM Racing videos. And folks, we'll be back momentarily. Check out this awesome video from BAM Racing Videos. huge shout out to Tripods in the Wild and BAM Racing Videos. Quick plug on them. BAM Racing Videos. If you like racing at all, which you do, you're here. Check out BAM Racing Videos. We got you covered on the sim racing side here on True Sim Productions. BAM Racing Videos. Brandon Mettler travels all across the country to all these short tracks, filming their races. Actually working with Hunt to Front this year some as well. So we'll be doing some dirt stuff as Green Flag is out. Dustin Ping, new race leader out front. And also Tripods in the Wild. Check them out on TikTok, Facebook, YouTube. Tripods in the Wild. It's Kyle the Wild Man Wellman. He goes out and does a lot of good photography, a lot of good work out if you like the nature side of life. I guess that's the best way to describe it. Tripods in the Wild is your one-stop shop for all that fancy, cool content. As new faces up front, but Mark Arthur trying to reel them back in. He came out off pit road P3. So he wasn't too far behind the 8-ball, but he does not have the clean air up front on the nose of that machine now. As 81 battling with the 45, Klingenpil to the outside, battle for the race lead. Klingenpil's going to put the power down, it looks like. As 81, though, he was battling teammate Chris Berg, almost deja vu earlier, except now it's for the lead. He was on the inside, he was hanging tough. But now look, Klingenpil puts a power move on the outside groove, gets the race lead. Mark Arthur saw the pass. Now he's going to look to the inside of Dustin Ping here. And now the 12 and the 45, they are racing together in the same Discord channel. What's that mean? They're talking to each other, communicating. While they're teammates, basically. So look for the 12 and the 45, maybe to start to dictate the outcome of this race. Not in a bad way, but control the pace of the race. Those two are out front. They can pretty much set the pace of the race and run 1-2. But now, is Mark content running second behind a friend? He's not. How do I know? I finished second to him before. So Mark's looking to apply the pressure to the 45 right here, but Mark's smart. He's going to take it easy right now. He knows he don't have to abuse the tires. They don't pay any type of points to lead lap 52. But he's going to try to save those tires for as long as he can, riding right behind our race leader. As we look back, Dustin Ping, he started on the pole for this restart, but now has Alex E. Harris breathing on the back bumper of that Dodge number 81. Both of them taking really high entries into the corner. As Berg getting sideways there. Let's see if we can do this really quick, folks. Let's throw it to a crank it up real quick. So headset users, please beware. It's going to get loud. We'll be back momentarily on the mic, but tune in here. Check this out. Alrighty, folks, we are back as caution on the speedway. I didn't even realize that. It's telling me Jason Bauer. Go have a see what happened to the 9 car. Already smoke right there up in front of him. Ooh. So Jason just got on throttle a little bit too much there, and I mean what we saw all night, just walked the car out from underneath him. He probably, now this is hindsight of course, I'm also outside the car, probably should have just locked it down in that scenario, would have been a little bit better off probably, but still, that's what you learn from right there, seat time. As we have a very busy pit road, Dustin Ping down for servers, Chris Paul Hamus down, Aaron Bockover, Paul Ellis, and Chummy Miller all electing to hit pit road here. As you're seeing tires on the 5 car, I see Nicholas Lamb going up. Looks like a tire call for a lot of drivers here. As we're coming to lap number 63 next time around the circuit. Interesting pit calls here. I like it. I like the pit calls. Interesting. See the battle race off pit road. Not really a race, huh? Everybody's kind of getting in where they fit in. Mama, don't look now, Miss Connie, but here comes that bad man. 12 car out front. Mark Arthur got the race lead back. And he actually got it back the hard way in that crank it up. So went down there on the low side. Power move by the 45, but the 45 did not lose much time because right there behind him. So now the 45, they're going to be on the front row this next start. Remember, stage 2, lap number 90. So coming to lap number 91, caution will fly, and that will be stage 2. Mark's already picked up 10 bonus points. Can he pick up another 10? That's a lot of points considering you only get 43 if you win the race, folks. So bear with me and listen to me talk some numbers real quick. You get 43 points if you win the race. There's a few bonus points in there. So let's say you win the race and get every bonus you possibly can. You'll get maybe 50 points, we'll call it. 50 total points to pick up. Add 20 points onto that with stages, that's 70. You're almost to 2 race wins basically there, with the race win being 43 points. So stages are super important. They will come down to making or breaking the championship for somebody. Whoever wins the championship this season, they're going to have a lot of stage points because they just add up, they help. And look, I think we might see something here. Mark, I know he can't do it. I was going to say he might take the outside here to help Klingenpil on the restart, but I don't believe he can do that here. So Mark will be to the inside, number 12. But Mark is really maximizing the points, but all these guys are. You get points 1st through 10th. So first place gets 10 points. 10th place, well, they get 1 point, but that 1 point still matters. 9th place gets 2. 8th place gets 3, and so on, all the way up to first, with first walking away with 10 extra points. It's just super, super valuable. And I just found out Miss Connie is a Washington fan. Good grief. I thought Cowboys was bad. Pretty soon somebody's going to come in here and tell me they're a Panthers fan next. I'm going to lose it. Just kidding. I know Washington, they've been down bad like we have been, Bengals. And the Cowboys, their whole motto is they should have won it. Now, every year, they're the Super Bowl favorites before it starts. They got a good team this year, though. All right, go back to racing here at Richmond around this 3/4 of a mile short track. Fields in the hands of number 12 of Mark Arthur. Got Kyle Klingenpil starting to his outside, number 45. As green flag is out, Mark fires them off down Broadway. And look at the 45 hanging right there. They're drag racing into turn 1. Great drag racing there. As 74 is looking to the inside of the 45. 45 got the power down, able to stay right up next to the 12 car. Battle for the race lead here. If they go off of 3 and 4, go a blanket over the top 3 drivers. The 74 wants to try to follow Mark through here. Once Mark gets clear, the 74 wants to be underneath the 45, but can he get there? Can he actually get there? 45 is hanging strong on the outside. Advantage to the 45 as they're going down the long straight there. Coming here to Broadway on the front stretch. I'm hearing carnage in the back, I think. As well, they're leaning on each other, boys and girls. They're putting on a hell of a show here at Richmond. Looks like Mark had a great exit there on 4. Got clear of the 45. Now the 74 trying to do the same thing. As man, oh man, the 45 is willing it out there. He might be the favorite here. If he's able to hang on the outside, I can only imagine what he can do on the low side here. Applying the pressure to the 12 car. As no caution back down the speedway. Damn it, damn it, damn it. That was getting hot and heavy there as the stages was coming up. Let's see what happened here, though. I think it's Chummy Miller, possibly. See what happens here with the 06. Oh, no. Got ping right there in front of him. Hope he didn't click ping. Paul Hammers, 06. Oh, it looks like Paul Hammers thought Chummy was letting him have the low line there. And Chummy wouldn't have no part of it. Chummy said, that's my spot. There's 2 guys, basically. Nobody really at fault here. Just, on that angle right there, Chris just gets in there a little hot. Got into the back of Chummy. And they're teammates too, so I wonder what's going on down there in that chat. See if we can have a word real quick with Mr. Chummy Miller, as he was involved, sadly. Chummy, Mark Miller, you're live in the booth, brother. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got a copy, man. I got a copy.
Chummy, I love talking to you, but not talking to you in this manner. I hate that happened, but I have to, right? I got to pull you up and got to find out what happened out your windshield there, brother. What happened to you?
Well, I was just running that line, keeping up with the guy right in front of me, and I think the guy behind me, I think he hit below the yellow line, which he didn't check up in time, and when he hit below the yellow line, that was it, and he just lost everything right there.
Lost it right into you. Well, Chummy, what's the car looking like and feeling like? Are you going to be able to get back out there? Looked like damage was okay.
I got 5 minutes of damage. Yeah, so the Arcas with that changeover kind of a little bit more damage. I was running great.
06 was looking really strong.
Yeah, when I change over the tires, I don't like really starting on the outside. The outside with new tires is fantastic. So if these guys come down to the end, you see the guy on the outside, he might have a good run at the end on the restart.
Right on. Well, Chummy, I hate that happened to you. Newcomer to the series. Excited to have you, brother. Hate that happened to you. And I hate to even tell you it was Chris Paul Hammers. It was a teammate that did it too, but nonetheless.
Yep. He did it to one of our other teammates.
Yeah, he did. He's gotten 2 of them tonight, so it's all good, though. Tron down there rocking and rolling. Well, Chummy, we'll let you get back down there, brother. Hate that happened. But, man, oh, man, it was fun watching 06 out here tonight. You put on a show.
Thank you very much, sir. Thank you very much.
Absolutely.
Beautiful series, and thank you for broadcasting.
Absolutely, boss. As long as y'all keep coming, we'll keep doing it. Thank you, Chummy.
Thank you.
Yeah, let's get him back down there to Chummy Motorsports. That was a tough break for Chummy. He was running really solid. Was actually looking to have maybe a top 5, top 6, top 7 finish, and that's something really good in the BPO series. BPO is a very strong, stout series. Y'all see it every Sunday night in the main series. Now this winter series, it does have a few different drivers in it, but a lot of core BPO guys in this series as well. There's a lot of talent out here. So tough break for the 06. Tough break for the 3 car. Chris Paul Hammers. He's had great runs the last 2 races series. As I believe that led none other than Mr. Brian Zimmerman. Let me pull this up. Brian Zimmerman back on the lead lap. Ain't that funny how it works out? Give him a little hard time really quick. Brian Zimmerman, just kind of love you. Want to pull you back up here and say you stuck it out back on the lead lap, I see.
Yeah, we're back on the lead lap. We'll see what we can do from back here, but I've been trying to play it safe just to stay in back and
right.
Many cautions.
All right, good luck. Just wanted to bust on you real quick.
Now we're back on the lead lap. Yeah, now we're on the lead lap. We'll see what we can do. See if we can make up some spots for that 90 lap caution.
Right on, brother. Good luck.
Thank you, man.
All right, boys and girls. I look for the 28 to make a show right here as he's going to try to make up as many spots as he can before lap 90. Before that stage break, he's starting way back in the back as Klingenpill and Mark sitting here. They're still doing battle for the lead. Klingenpill had a picture-perfect restart there. Did not get the lead, I know, but he was able to get down, contain, and hold off the 74 car and keep the second place starting position. So, but now the 74 looking to the inside of the 45. Now the 45 I'm going to go out on a limb and say he's comfortable on that outside lane. He fought off Mark earlier, fought for that race lead on outside. I think the 45 of Klingenpil as, he gets into the wall there, getting really high up in the marble. So that's going to allow 74 to get there. Maybe, possibly the 18 of Jason Powell as well. But look at the run. The 45 gets on the exit of these corners, just fires off like a racehorse. We've got Serby out in the chat saying checking in from Virginia. I know he's out on the road, so shout out to Serby. Checking us out as, man, oh man, caution. Out on the speedway. Let's see. Don't tell me. It's telling me Chris Paul Hamus again. This man has had terrible luck all night. Say it ain't so. The 44 Bachhover, they were involved in an incident earlier. Zimmy gets a piece of it, 44-86. So that time was just a matter. He was nothing but wrong place, wrong time, but still involved. Hate that for the 3. What happens up here? 86. This comes down like the other car's not even there really. Maybe didn't have a car low call there. You never know. I mean, Terry also hasn't raced with us in a while. This is his return back the last few weeks. So excited to have Terry back. I think there was a miscommunication between driver and spotter right there. See Larry Bell coming to get a lap back. Now Larry Bell, he texted me earlier and told me what happened to him, folks. He was running P5, P6. He was up in the mix. His pedals came undone. So he had to go down pit road, put his pedals back in, get everything working right with his pedals. So he got a lap back there. Let's pull up his side ticker and see how many laps Larry Bell's actually down. 28 laps. So Bell's night is basically virtually done, but he's still turning laps. So shout out to the 43 machine for that. I wanted to look at the Thunderbird front end. We did see the 28 get a piece of that incident, but nothing bad. No harm, no foul, really. Up to P10. Going to have a caution in 11 laps from now. It's anybody's ball game right now, ladies and gentlemen. I know Miss Connie and Lori, y'all don't want to hear that, but Mark, he's got his hands full. That 45 and 74 has been really fast, and Jason Powell has came on super strong as of late. I apologize. I did not know that was on best time up there, that ticker. I have it on the gap now. I apologize for that. We did a Windows update last week. We haven't broadcast since then. And for whatever reason, you do a Windows update, the settings, they go haywire. So I do apologize. We got the gap up there now, so no harm. It's all good. We fixed it. And I apologize. Had a guy reaching out to me there. Let's see. Lights should go off on the pace car. Maybe next lap. I'm not sure. We'll see. We will see. But it's been an entertaining race. It's been great racing throughout the pack. These cars, what's so awesome about these cars is I'm going to keep talking about it. Keep harping on it. It's the power. And with that power comes mistakes. And if you're glued to the racetrack with not a lot of power, you're not going to see a lot of passing because guys don't make mistakes. There's enough talent out here. They don't just make boneheaded mistakes. So with this much power, one little lapse of judgment or focus, one bad judgment, it's all it takes. One small little mishap, and boom, you're in trouble. A big mistake can happen quickly. So with power, you got to respect it. You got to respect the power. I'm going to keep going back to it. Mark talked about throttle control earlier. It's very, very important. It's going to be a shootout here for the stage 2. Bonus points as Mark, another great launch off for the 12, but the 45 timed it as well. But the best one yet was a 74. Can he stay to the inside of the 45 right there on his outside? He cannot, but the 45 stays right there tucked in on the door of the 12 car. As look at the run the 45 can get off turn 2. See if he can sustain it out of turn 4. Remember, he took the lead earlier from Dustin Ping this very same way. As Chris Lagoon, if you would, check your Discord messages, brother, if you're still watching. Thank you. As now it's still great battle for the race lead. I hate to just focus on the front two, but man, oh man, they're side by side here as Mark gets clear. I saw some more good racing back here around Andy Poliski and Brian Dees in the 5 of Nicholas Lamb. Now we know Nicholas Lamb, he's on a little bit different strategy here in the 5 machine here on the outside of the 32. Nicholas elected to go down, take tires on lap number 61. So on a little bit different strategy. Going to see if he can pay off with a 5 car. And Edstrom, man. Poor old Edstrom. Qualified P2. Has been in a few instances. None of his fault. Just a few instances. And it has turned his race upside down. He's battling back as we take lap number 85. So he's trying to make up some spots. Brian Zimmerman. He's been 2 laps down at one point, folks. He's back on the lead lap. He's coming up to P9 here. Thought I heard somebody wrecking in the back. Look back up front. Mark Arthur has opened it up to a sizable lead here. A lot of real estate in between him and the 45 of Klingenpill. What that tells me, Mark is good on the long run. And newsflash, he always is. Oh, Klingenpill and Mark both get loose, but Klingenpill really sideways there. He was doing a Formula Drift as 74 is going to try to pounce on it. Not able to pounce right then. But Mark, he's somebody, he's known for good long run speed. He don't care nothing about the short run speed at all. I know this because he's taught me a lot here. And I hate to even give him that credit because I know he's either going to listen to this or watch it back. But he has. The man has sit with me countless hours teaching me stuff. I've learned more than I ever knew before racing with Mark, right? So and he's known to be a long run guy. So these guys, the 45 was hanging with him right there on the short run. But look at this, opening it up, letting the horses really eat. I don't think Mark's really caring about saving right now. He knows he's getting tires in 2 laps, so no reason to really save. Mark's in go mode, racing to the stage 2 win. It's going to be 1 lap to go for the stage. It's been all Mark Arthur all night. We've seen glimpses of some other guys be fast. Klingenpill's really fast. Harris really fast. Your top 8 are showing to be really fast, but Mark has just seemed like he has that other gear here at Richmond. He's done it in every car I've ever seen. This is a track that really fits his driving style. I know he's a keen to the flat tracks, but Richmond's always been a track he's really strong at as well. If we got to pop open our Monster Energy Rehab, but my sweetheart Emily Jane brought me. Thank you. And as we have 3 wide here, oh, 63 Lawson in the middle. Dick Lamb, I was just talking about how fast he was. Lawson was the man in the middle of the island here. Brad. Wait a second. Like something happened there as well, folks. We try to give you the whole story here. We don't want to give you half of it. No, nothing happened there. Just like Lawson was fairly slow on the throttle, or getting in the corner, went in a little soft, and netcode right there. I'm sorry, Sam, if you're watching, but netcode did them boys no favor. No favor whatsoever. Got on board here with Brad for this corner. And he didn't do anything wrong on entry here, turn 1, by the way, folks. It looks like he just entered a little soft because he knew Zimmerman was down low. Now, they make a little contact here in corner, and that slows Brad down even more. Jimmy just washed up the track a little bit right there. Didn't mean to, I'm sure, but did. And now Brad's 3 wide here, and he don't ever even see the 3rd car, folks. Look around him here. Whoop, wrong button. If you look around Brad, at the right and left of his windshield, look at this, folks. He don't even know he's 3 wide. He don't see a car. Right? That's how close and narrow it is. They're in blind spots, just like in your real life daily driver car. Man, oh man, tough break. I hate that for these guys. I hate seeing them tear up the cars when they've been out here practicing all day. But racing this, we have a very, very busy pit road for stage 2. Mark Arthur went down. The whole field went down except Austin Edstrom. Edstrom Did not go down pit road there. Edstrom not pitting. I like that call a lot. He went down for service on lap number 77, I believe. I will confirm that in just a second. But I also want to have a chat with the man. Mr. Austin Edstrom, you're live in the booth, brother. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. How's it going?
It's going good, man. I was just talking about your race, man. It's been up and down. You started out on a high, starting second. Involved in, what, now 2 incidents. None of them your fault. Battled back. Made a pit call here. What's the thinking?
Yeah, I feel like I had really good speed just earlier in the race. I was really just minding my own business, kind of giving Mark a little bit too much room maybe and got ran over from behind. But I feel like I got a little bit damage that is still on the car even though I fixed it. So it's a little off on pace, but I figured my best bet here was just a strategy call. I put on tires with 15, 20 laps to go in that stage and didn't run hard the first bit. And then a caution came out, just got some fuel. And then just kind of medium hard ran, just trying to save tires a little bit, get a little bit of stage points, and hopefully here, just with the track position, I can stay in the top 5. That's really my whole goal with this. I don't think my tires are too old, and I think I've got good pace. I'm just worried about the damage.
Right. The car looks good from the outside, and cars look bad fast. So hell of a call, a ballsy call. I love it. I love that type of call because now you got the track position back, brother. So now you got to fight and dig and keep it. Good luck to you, Austin, and maybe we'll be talking to you here when the checker flag flies, brother. Good call.
I hope so. I appreciate it.
Yeah, good call, man. I really do like it. Ballsy, I like it.
It was my only chance. Only chance.
I like it, brother. Good luck.
Thank you.
That is, folks at home, that is a ballsy call because he pit on lap 77, but he just took fuel on that pit. But he did say he was trying to be somewhat quick, but somewhat take care of the tires, so he has conserved the tires a little bit. But everybody behind him, from the 12 car starting to his outside, on back, you're looking at fresh rubber. And the pace was pretty big. It was a big difference in practice, but now the sun was on the track, heating this track up. This track's only 77 degrees now, so the track temp is falling. So that means it's getting more grip in the track. Can't really tell from these guys whether they're slipping and sliding, but that comes back to the P word. What's P word? Power. All right, lights are off on that general neutral pace car. Eyes forward. 87's got the field in his hands as he fires them off. Now, Mark has not started P2 yet. So that's a little bit of a different scenario than what the 12 car's been accustomed to. 45 to the inside of Mark here. And oh, Mark, trouble. 45 gets into the 12. That's going to send some cars around. 74 Harrison around in the front of the field. Demi around, down on the apron. Oh, they're still piling in, boys and girls. Man, oh man, but that started up front here. What happened between the teammates? Or race mates. Did something happen here? I didn't see anything there that pushed Mark high. Let's see. Oh, he does it himself. He got loose. Brake bias. Got in there a little hot. But really, nothing too bad for him. Look right here behind him. It got ugly quick for a few guys. 74 has to react to it. 74 might think he's wrecking it. Oh, same thing happens to Klingenpil. Both of them drivers actually get loose like that in front of the field. Oh my goodness, that is insane. Mark did it on the entry. Klingenpil is right there and checks up Alex E. Harris, which of course it has to. And everybody else is nowhere to go when it happens in the front like that. One extra hit for Alex. No harm really in that. Man, oh man, what a night there. That was crazy. Man, oh man, that was insane. That was insane. That was a good save by not only the 12 car, but also the 45 of Klingenpil. They hold their position. They hold firm. That wreck could have been even bigger if those two, one of those two would have went around. They're probably taking each other out, and they're taking out people behind them as well. So that could have been a lot bigger. Them boys saving it was really impressive there. Edstrom holds front and center. Got Mark Arthur right there to his outside. Has led the most laps, I believe. It's coming back to check in the chat. Come on, Mark, let's show Tanner. I don't even know what I was talking about when I was said. You are going to make his head big, Tanner. His head is already big. You know he has a supersized VR. It has to be. Miss Connie, poor thing, had to raise that animal of Mark Arthur. Lori says, yeah, come on, Mark. My night is almost perfect. And a mad face. She thought her brother was going to lose it, but her brother saved it. He's still sitting outside, shotgun right here. Riding shotgun with our race leader, Austin Edstrom, out front. Lights are off on that gender-neutral pace car. You know what time it is, Chris Legoo? Give me a boogity, 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 brother. It's about time to let's go racing, boys. Under 50 to go here. Stages, throw it out the window. Cautions, manufacturer cautions, throw them out the window. We're pure racing now. It's in the boys' hands, in the hands of the drivers. Grid Risen up front. That's the 87 of Austin Edstrom. He also has control of this restart. He fires them off. As we like Mark may have been sleeping a little bit on that restart. Klingenpil could be to his inside of the 12 car. He is indeed. They both get through there a little bit better than they did last time. So Mark's able to take P2 and hold it. Klingenpil right there behind him. Edstrom got a little bit of real estate. And now the thing with Edstrom's tires, they're going to last for a few laps after a caution. But since they're a little bit older, after about 5-6 laps after a caution, if they stay green, you're going to notice Edstrom start to fall off a little bit. He's not going to be nearly as quick as he was. And that's just the way the heat works with these tires. So Mark knows he's smart. He knows he's got about 4 laps he's got to follow Edstrom. And then he's got to start plotting how to pass him after that. Going to see if Edstrom hold on tight, hold on strong. Remember, he said this would feel like a win if he finished top 5 from this deal. Because he was in the back, had an up and down night. Will the strategy call, will it play out to his favor? I think it will. I mean, it looks golden right now. 46 laps to go. Mark looks like he wants to peak, starting to look low. The tires are starting to come in for Mark, and they're starting to go out for Edstrom. In case I didn't call it, folks, about 3, 4, 5 laps, and man, oh man, those old tires, they start to show their scuffs and everything. The grip level just loses. The battle for the race lead here down the back straightaway. Looks like Edstrom and Mark, they're going to be side by side here at the lines. They're going on Broadway out of turn number 4. Mark gets a power down car, wild sideways there. Advantage goes to the 87 that lap around, but I don't think he can win the battle much longer here. 12 car looks like he's going to get cleared of the 87. He does not. Holy cow. That run out of turn number 2 up high, it's marvelous when done right. Still side by side down Broadway here at the start finish line. Advantage goes to the number 12 car of Mark Arthur. Still side by side, a little bit of contact maybe there. That's going to shove the 87 up. 12 car is clear. Now with that contact, will that piss off the 87? Will he try to retaliate? Do something back here? Maybe a little bump and run action. You never know. You never know how these guys think. But Mark right now, 12 car, he's just going to set sail. Try to get as far away from the 87 as he can. The other car on the same strategy of Mark, that's the 45. 45 is currently running P3. That's Klingenpil. He's been a name we've talked about a lot tonight. Been up front in the mix in the action. But he's sitting P3 right now. But Edstrom, he's the man of the hour. Making that call. Bold quick call. Brian Zimmerman also another man of the hour. Been down 2 laps. Had a black flag. Had to hold for 35 seconds. Well, it shows, boys and girls. Don't quit racing. Stick him out because he is currently sitting P7. And eyes forward, he can see the race leader out his windshield. as it looks like everybody's kind of minding their P's and Q's here. And I can tell you a lot of them are conserving tire right now in case the caution don't fly. If the next flag's the checker flag, well, you need some tires in between now and then. 40 laps to go, 39 as Mark crossed the stripe. Leading the freight train around this 3/4 of a mile short track. As looks like the top 7 are single filed out. Let's jump back here to the second group. That's going to be Trey Young, newcomer to the series. First race with us here tonight. Super pumped to have him in a good Bobo 1. I think that's Tony Stewart's number 14 paint scheme. It is indeed. A good looking car there for the number 77. Brad Lawson has also had a roller coaster of a night. It's been highs, there's been lows. You see it with the nose of that 63 car beat in a little bit, but he's battling back. He's persevering. He's inside the top 10 here, running P9. Got Alex E. Harris. He's been a front runner. Also, a little bit of incident he was involved in. Put him back behind the 8 ball, to say. And now he's in the wall. Can't get off that wall. Still battling back, persevering, trying to stick it out. We head back up front. Mark has almost a 2-second lead over second place. Now Edstrom's really starting to feel the effects of those tires here. Remember, Edstrom pit on lap 77 and only took fuel. He's got about 40, 50, 60 laps on these tires now. So I think they're really trying to start to fall off. You're seeing he's starting to wash up a little bit in the corner, not able just to hold that bottom and paint the yellow line around the track. That's what's allowing the 45 the opportunity to step underneath him. And he looks now, oh, he gets in hot, locks up the brakes a little bit, tries to stay off the 87, and does a masterful job at it. That was crazy. They came really close to touching. Like 44 just got in there a little hot, but he was able to bring it down. 18's trying to follow the 45 through, and a So Stealer stuck on the outside, looking for a So to steal in that number 17. As the battle, it still goes here. Klingenpil, he's definitely got more pace, more speed off the corner. Edstrom, he's driving like a maniac right now, but not doing anything egregious. He's just pushing that car, I believe, to its limits of what's safe right now with 33 laps to go. As he's sideways there, look at him chase that car to the high side. 32 of Poliski did as well. Almost gave the camera a little kiss as the shot went. As folks, come on, do me a favor. 3 likes on the video. Give me some likes out there. Hit that like button. 8 likes, excuse me. Hit that likes button if you're still in here riding with us. I'm telling you, it's so minute, it's so small, but it helps us out a lot. As it looks like Brian D's the So Stealer. He's getting annoyed with all this. He's watched the 45 try to pass the 87 for about 5 laps. Now he's about to try his hand, but cannot get the power down off turn 2. And meanwhile, while all this is going down, folks, this race leader, look at that. Second place, not even in the camera shot there. Look on the gearbox of Mark from Maryland, Mark Arthur. Does not want to see a caution now for sure. As I'm not sure what fuel is. I don't think he can make it to the end. He definitely cannot make it to the end because lap 40 was or stage 1 being lap 40, it was close from the get-go. Let's jump on board with Mark, folks. I'm going to lay out for a minute, and we're going to listen to the throttle. I want to hear how Mark's attacking this track. There you see it, folks. Last 5 laps around the circuit. Mark over a 10th faster on lap 120, 121, 2/10 faster. Last time around, Mark was a little bit quicker than Klingenpil, and that time around, a full 10th faster than Klingenpil. So the lead is, it's not shrinking, it's growing. So Mark growing the lead. Bit quicker than Jason Powell there. So you see there with the graphic I'm showing on the screen, he's a little bit quicker than your top 5 each and every lap. There you see what lap they last pit on. Looks like Edstrom, he pit on lap 122, so Edstrom now shown at least 1 lap down. See here on the top ticker. So Edstrom went down pit road. He had a 10-second stop, so maybe only took 2 tires, and cautions out on the speedway. Edstrom's only 1 lap down, so should be the lucky dog here as well. See what happens there. That's going to really change the strategy up, and that sucks for Mark. Not what he wanted to see. Might be Trey Young, the newcomer to the series. I hope not. He's having a fantastic run at number 77. Power. Just too much power. He's on the brakes, tries to get it slowed up. Hell of a drive by the 77 there. Keeps from having any damage. Did he get the car turned around? No damage as well. Don't know if he's going to lose a lap. That is the race leader, Mark, going by. So now let's see what the pack elects to do. Do you pit? Stay out? Mark's going down. Looks like the entire field is going down pit road. Everybody was on the lead lap, hitting pit road for service. Now I want to see I'm mainly concerned what everybody does as far as tire strategy here. It'd be cool if we get a shot of people. So I see some tires going on with Jason Powell, Klingenpil. I'm wondering if somebody's going to elect to do 2. And we'll be able to tell from the pit stop times if they are. As Powell's coming out already. So the race for the lead off pit road. Looks like Mark got it, I believe. The timing and scoring is a little wacky right now. It's saying Edstrom's in first, but we know he's going to be the lucky dog here, I believe, unless he took the wave around there. I'm not sure. Nah, he's lucky dog because he's pitting now. Okay. Let's see what Edstrom does. But now with him being a lap down, having to take the lucky dog, the one thing that sucks for 87, he's going to have to start behind everybody, or the last car on the lead lap, basically. So he's going to have a lot of ground to make up, and boy, oh boy, he's got to do it in a hurry. Going to be about 15, 16 laps to go. He's taking left side, so. Or that, I couldn't tell if that was left or right. Actually, it was kind of weird. All right, field is in the hands of Mark Arthur. Going to have Klingenpil right there behind him. It looks like you have a few wave around cars. Chris Paul Hamas, man, oh man, that car has seen better days. It's seen some better days. Brian Zimmy and Andy Poliski look to be the ones, 3 taking the wave around. As Mark always has some fans in the stands. Miss Connie, Miss Lori. Rooting him on in the chat. We love to see it. I go live and I look for them. I keep the online tab up the broadcast tab up and I wait basically until I see them comment. Sometimes I miss it, but most of the time I don't. I know they're gonna be here. We love that. All right, wave around cars should get sent this next time by. We should be green, or this time by, excuse me. We'll be green, I believe, this next time by. Let's see what happens. I believe I've done a race or two, huh? All right. Said his name a lot tonight. We've said both their names a lot tonight. You know somebody we haven't really said a whole lot tonight? Talked about him a little bit, but not a lot. Watching Jason Powell. That 18 machine, boys and girls right here. So he's starting 5th. I promise you. And he has damage. I promise you, at 18. He's a short tracker. He's going to make it work these next 16 laps. But till it's in the hands of the 12 car, Mark Arthur. Mark and Lincolnfield have been the class of the field all night long. But Brian Dees, the soul stealer, he may have something for him. He may bust up this 1-2 combo with a 1-2 punch. Oh, he gets loose. Broadcasted curse in real time there, folks. That 17 car gets loose, saves it. Ooh. Lincolnfield's got to be careful using that apron. He's wrapping the apron, trying to get as much grip down there as possible while cutting the track, making it as small as you can. Just got to be careful. You're playing Russian roulette when you step down there. Looks like Mark's got the car back underneath him. Locked back in. Got the focus going. Just got to get back in rhythm for the 12 car. He might be... He's looking like he's going to clinch win number 2 of the season. He wants all green flag racing from here on out. He does not want to see Barney Fife Jr., the flagman, even pick up or touch a flag other than the checkered. I think the true battle right now is between Brian Dees and Klingenpeel. Dees looks like he may be a hint faster, but we've seen it deja vu all night. This is the 3rd competitor that's went up here and done battle while the 45 car is on the outside, and Klingenpeel just don't give it up. He gets to run. It's been like that every time. Right off turn 2, he can get the launch. He gets a decent run off turn 4 here. But turn 2, man, oh man, it's like he gets shot out of a cannon. Watch what the 45 car does here. We're going to fall back a little bit. Oh, Dees actually took the spot. Crossover move for the 45. Gets loose trying to walk it down there. Going to enter the corner really shallow. Going to wash up into Dees. No, he saw it coming in real time. Now, he's the soul stealer. Is he going to be too fond? I don't believe so of that contact. Wasn't significant, but it's still contact. We're racers at heart. A minor bump feels major when you're looking out that cockpit, looking out the windshield. But what will the 17 do? He's back to the 45's bumper. He's definitely quicker than the 45. 45's defending the position. He can no longer run the line he wants. He had to defend the position a little bit. Alexi Harris, he's knocking. He's knocking right there. Look at him fire shit out of the tailpipe of his Gen 4 NASCARs. Folks, if you want a part of the action, join us here, Blazing Pedals Racing League, over on Facebook. Shoot us a message, and we'll get you in here. You can race with us next week. Prizes on the line, cash prizes, pride, ego, and quite frankly, a good racing family to be a part of. As we got 8 laps to go, and Mark, he's just, I'm telling y'all, I said it earlier, I'll say it again, it's just like he finds a little bit extra gear. He has, I don't know, it's just a level that these guys can't seem to hit here because he is super consistent lap after lap after lap. You see there, a 10th, 6 tenths, 2 tenths, a 10th, just able to be consistent, putting down consistent laps, lap after lap after lap. Not having to fight the car too much. We've saw him get sideways a few times. He's definitely had to drive the car. It hasn't been just given to him. But when he gets that clean air, when he gets out front, it just seems to be a different a different gear. He just able to hit a different gear. And still the battle, hot and heavy for P2. Dees is still right there knocking all on the door of the 45. 45 car, he's defending the line, but he can do that. There could be an instant come from these two fairly quickly because they are racing tight, they're racing close, and by God, they're racing hard. 45, he likes that high side. He arcs it in high. He's getting a big run. Able to get the power down, get the grip needed. Gets a big run off turn 2, lap after lap after lap. Two laps to go this next time by. Mark Arthur has a full, almost 3-second gap over second place. So you're looking at the battle for P2 right here as Popsicle Sticks up in the air for the 12 car. Way out front here. As we got to watch this battle for P2 though. I believe this is going to heat up here, folks. Brian D's right there to the rear bumper of the 45. Back here is white flag in the air here at Richmond for the Richmond 150, brought to you by Race Chatter on Saturday nights here on True Sim Productions. As Mark Arthur, he's been the class of the field all night long. He was fastest in practice. He was fastest in qualifying. And guess what, boys and girls, after 150 laps, he's fastest in the race. Mark Arthur's going to pick up and clinch race win number 2 of the season here. Won at Daytona, the biggest track on the circuit. And he backed it up with a win at one of the smallest tracks on the circuit. Mr. Mark Arthur brought it home for race win number 2 of this very, very new and early season. Firing on all cylinders with that 12 car right now. You're going to see the 12 car burn it down. Very rightly so. As man, oh man, what a race. What a race. What a race. I can't wait to talk with Dees and Klingenpil, because them boys put on one hell of a show back there. What a race right there by Mark Arthur. Burn it down, old man. Can he do the Larson all the way around the track? Can he do the Larson? At least down the front stretch, he's not leaving no more black marks. A little bit he is. I know I'm in your ear, Mark. If I'm in your ear, nose it into the wall, blow it up. You deserve that win, brother. I'm in his ear. Don't do it. Good win right there by Mr. Mark Arthur. A hell of a run by Klingenpil and Brian Dees, too. And speaking of Brian Dees, let's see if we can catch up with him right here from Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. Mr. Brian Dees, or how he's known to us as none other than the Soul Stealer. Mr. Brian Dees, you're live in the booth, brother. Do you got a copy?
I got you, man. How's it going?
It's going good, brother. The 17 car, it was quick all night. Now, you started, I believe it was P8 you rode out, so it started mid-pack right there in the Hornet's Nest. Let's talk about the start of the race, and then I really want to talk about the last part of the race. But start of the race, starting mid-pack there. Talk us through that first and second stage, brother.
I think it was pretty much just survival with all the cautions. I mean, really, that's all I was really even thinking about. I actually forgot about the stage cautions, so I came down at one point to just top off and get fuel, thinking I could go a little bit longer on fuel and save some tires. As soon as I came back out on track, I was like, oh yeah, there's going to be a caution soon.
Somebody wasn't paying attention to the driver's meeting. All right, we found the one that didn't. We said at least 2 or 3 wasn't paying attention, so you admitted it. That's all right.
Probably.
In all seriousness, Brian, hell of a run there. Hey, talk me through those last 5-6 laps. You in the 45. I thought there was going to be some paint, maybe some fenders laid out there. That's some tough racing. Talk me through it.
Yeah, I said over race chat to him. I definitely considered it, especially that last move. It was, I can't remember how many laps to go, maybe like 5 to 10 laps somewhere in there. Kind of had a run on him, got the position, and then he went to cross me over. And then going into turn 3, he locked it up and ran into me. I didn't really appreciate that too much. I mean, I get the mistakes happen. I thought maybe he would just give the position back and, you know, race on, and it's game on from there, but he didn't. I mean, you've known me a while. You know I don't like to race like that. I don't like to trade pain and give somebody the chrome horn, so to speak, but yeah, I definitely considered it. I think I gave him, with like 2 or 3 to go, I gave him a little love tap just to let him know I was there. Try to get him to think about it, maybe force him into a mistake. But he held it. He was running a good line. I couldn't really do anything. Couldn't really get to him. Even if I really wanted to give him the bumper, I don't really know if I could have got to him and would have been able to do it cleanly. And obviously, you know, you don't want to wreck anybody in that situation, knock them out of the podium completely. So, I mean, the way the season's gone so far, I'm ecstatic with the top 3. I think that definitely helps me out in points a lot.
Absolutely, it does, Brian. Well, I was expecting fireworks there. I'll be honest, you know me, I'm a short track guy, right? I race short tracks all throughout the week except on Sunday. So I love the beating and banging, but I don't want the wrecking, right? I love the hard racing. But that's what y'all did. I mean, y'all did it with as much respect as possible until that mistake. And I thought gloves came off at that point. And glad to hear you admitted it, that it was frustrating. Most drivers come up here and they're like, oh, no big deal. But you admitted it. So, Brian, hell of a run there. Started P8, finished P3. Who we got to thank for the number 17?
Got to thank everybody involved with creating this league. It's a lot of fun. You know, it gives us something to do over the winter. So, yeah, definitely a lot of fun. Obviously, you got to thank the team sponsor, Michael Falk at MF Racing Designs. You know, puts this badass Chevrolet together every week. Lets me go out and run it. So, big thanks to him. Thanks to all the admins. Thanks for the work you do. Thanks to you guys up in the booth, too, for broadcasting and making us look good.
Hey, y'all provide the lyrics. We just sing it, brother. That's all we do. Well, good job here tonight, and good luck with the rest of the season. Peace.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Boss. You too, buddy. All right, folks, that was Mr. Brian Dees, and I want to touch on that. He was honest. He was not happy with what happened, and now I called it live. Klingenpeel did not. I don't think he did that on purpose. One iota, one bit. He got in there a little shallow, and then we're racing. We're not on the interstate, right? So stuff's going to happen, and we're actually going to speak with the man right now. Mr. Kyle Klingenpeel, new to the series. Do you got a copy?
Yes, sir. I got you.
Hey, at the start of the race, brother, you and Mark were putting on one hell of a show. That outside lane, you ask anybody else out here, they're going to tell you it was terrible. You made that outside lane work lap after lap after lap. Talk me through those first 2 stages, brother. A lot of battling.
Yeah, for sure. So I've never raced these cars before. I'm a short track guy, late model SK.
Yeah, yes, sir. Good.
So I've never raced these cars before, so it was a learning experience for me. And so basically just kind of followed Mark there and see what he was doing. Started, I think, 9th, 10th, something like that. Got up here to the front, and the first pit stop there, I decided, you know what, with the super late models we run a lot, I noticed that 2 tires seemed to help tighten the car up.
Absolutely.
And so I put 2 tires on right there. And man, it drove great for about 20 laps. Then it just started losing the nose on entry. And but with the way the cautions and stuff fell, it would, you know, tires cool back down. You could hammer away for the next 5 laps, keep catching the cautions right. Just played the track position game was the biggest thing. Is I knew if I kept track position, and I knew how hard it was to pass on the bottom, especially off 2 when somebody would get in the gas, they would just blow the tires off and you could just drive right back by them. So I knew that was my only defense that I had, not, you know, driving these cars or anything like that. But then came in the next time and put 4 on. And right there on the last pit stop, I really wanted to take 2, but forgot to uncheck my left side. So
I was wondering if somebody in like the top 5 was going to do it.
I was going to do it, and because I knew no more than we had right there, I think the outcome would have been the same at the end of the day. And I do have to apologize there to, I think it was the 17. Me and him had a heck of a race, and I got
hell of a race.
He got under me, and I crossed him over, and I had such a huge run. By the time I got down into turn 3, I was like, oh crap, I forgot what car I'm driving. This thing does not stop.
Right.
And I stood on the brakes and locked it up, got in his door or whatever.
You also had you were forced to enter shallow, right? You got loose when you made the crossover, so you were down low. I called it. You were trying your best to stay off of him. You locked up the left front and right front, and just know where to go at that point, right?
Oh yeah, for sure. He gave me a shot back the next lap, and we raced it out. So I gotta say, I gotta give a tip of the cap to him because he definitely could have moved me and had all rights to do so. And but it was really fun. First time ever driving these cars. First time with the league. And,
That's impressive. But you are a short track guy, right? So you love these.
Oh yeah,
love these short tracks. So hell of a run right there, Kyle. Love having a new face out here. Love seeing somebody up there in the mix battling with Mark, his old big head. So who we got to thank here tonight, brother, for the number 45 putting you on the podium?
yeah. So gotta thank Outcast Mafia, Pay to Win. Gotta thank Mark. He's been helping me a little bit here, and he invited me to the league, and I work with Mark. So me and Mark's friends outside of this. So just got to thank him. Thank you guys for putting on a good stream there. I was watching a little bit of it there just now. So looks like a really good thing. Can't wait to come back next week and do it again.
Hell yeah, brother. We love to hear that. Keep coming back, and we'll keep putting it on, brother. Well, good job here. First time in the car, man. First time in the league. Put it P2. So congratulations, Kyle.
Thank you.
Absolutely, boss. All right, folks. And then there was one. We talked about him a lot tonight, but I'm telling you, Richmond, it feels like, I know he's going to say, New Hampshire, Martinsville, Milwaukee, that's his favorite tracks. But Richmond, I've always seen him do good here. And he is live in the booth with me once again. Mr. Mark from Maryland. Do you have a copy?
I got you.
You're really ugly from your picture, but you put it in victory lane. Race win number 2 of the season. Dominant fashion, by the way. Talk me through the night, buddy.
Yeah, and it's real odd, and you heard me say it before. Everybody knows me's heard me say it. I hate Richmond, but Richmond loves me. I don't know what it is about Richmond. I'm always fast, but I really hate the track. It don't look like it, but I really don't like it. I don't know why. I don't like it. You know.
I want to ask you something, and you may not even know the answer to it, because it's going to be deep, but it's going to be racing. Starting out on these short runs after these cautions, it's no secret we had cautions tonight, right? Short track, we're going to have cautions. But on these cautions, on the short run, it looked like you had some competition. That you were side by side with Klingenfeld forever, it felt like. But after about 15 laps into a run, you were a tenth faster in the field. What did you find over the course of the long run, or were you just babying it that much in the short run to make it that way?
So I don't know if it's something I found, right? I just knew early that it was going to burn those tires up. Now, we really only had to do about, 40 laps, right? 50 laps on a set of tires, because we could get tires each time and still have a set left over. So I knew you could drive them tough, right? But I didn't know how much it would fall off it. I didn't do 50 laps in practice, right? So I was like, well, I'm not going to drive it hard, right? I'm going to baby it. I was lifting really early. I even told Kyle, when you thought I was, I listened to the broadcast, right? So when you were saying, I think Mark's trying to take the outside, I was actually just up there showing Kyle, like, this is where I'm lifting here, and this is where I'm lifting there, and I was trying to make Dalton an admin too. I was trying to type through my feet hard. But I was lifting real. He was like, holy crap, and I was lifting really early. But Alex,
I know you've told me your marks. I said on the broadcast, you taught me, and you taught me this track actually. So I know you do. You lift ridiculously early.
And how to lope that thing down into 1, so you can drive it straight off of 2. But I was lifting really early, and Alex was the only one that. Austin had me worried when he was up there, but then I had to check up. That was probably my fault in that corner because I had to hit the brakes to keep it down, or I was going to push way up the track, and I had to do something. I had to do something that was unpredictable, right? I had to pulse the brakes a little bit there to get it to stay on the bottom, and I guess he didn't expect that. He was rolling and had to check up, and I was like, crap, I hope I didn't just wreck them because I hit the brakes like that. But
theoretically, you didn't wreck them, honestly, but it was just a checkup, and
I checked up. He had to check up, and then Zimmy couldn't get checked up.
Yeah, couldn't check up.
Right, but he had me worried, and Alex had me worried. Alex was really driving it down hard in the corner, like when he was behind me. I don't like to look at the mirror, right? But you can't help it when a car goes from 1 inch to 12 inches in your mirror.
Every corner entry. Every entry.
Yeah. So it was like he was really driving it in there, and I was like, oh my gosh, and So I was just like, well, maybe he'll burn it up, maybe he'll burn it up. And then finally there toward the end of that stage, I said, well, we're getting ready to get tires, so I'm just going to open it up and see if I have anything or if he's just that much faster. And I pulled away. So, I think it was just me not driving the car so hard down into the corner that allowed me long run just to step out. I don't know, or whether it's just consistency. I don't know, but it worked out. It worked out in the end. So
it definitely worked out in the end. It was just like 15 laps in, you could almost just do it in. That Mark was going to be about half 10. Sometimes. I mean, it got up to 3/10 faster when I had the lap battle up. Now, is that completely accurate? I don't know. I think it is. So, I mean, it was really, really impressive. Mark, second win of the season. I know you probably came in as the points leader. I'm not exactly sure with the points, sorry. But you probably came in as the points leader. If not, you more than likely are now.
Break. Yeah.
Yeah, you more than likely are now. Who we got to thank for the number 12 car? I know you got Barbie. I know you got Miss Connie and Lori. Shout out to them in the chat.
Barbie's just a fake sponsor. It ain't like they send me toys to play with or anything.
You have Barbies coming in the mail. You just buy them. Don't lie.
I always thank my mom, Connie and Lola that watches me each and every week. I don't know how they do it, right? I would probably be bored watching something like this.
Absolutely.
Yeah, they like racing, and I think when the NASCAR guys was doing it and they were watching them, my mom was like, you see them guys racing that game on TV? And I was like, well, I do that every week. And they're like, really? And I was like, yeah. Where you can watch it? And I was like, yeah. And so ever since then, they've been watching it. So even my dad's watched a couple times, my stepdad watched a couple times. I appreciate that. And, gives me something to go back and watch and see what they typed in after the race.
I asked
later.
my grandparents watch. My mom watched too, but not like my grandparents. And I was like, you don't get bored watching this? And they love it. They love it.
Right. I mean, I don't get bored doing it, obviously.
No,
obviously
not.
But, if I sat and watched somebody else play, in the end, it's really a game, but it's a sim, right? So if I watch somebody else play a game, I'd probably get pretty daggone bored. And, I'm not of this new age that watch people play games. I like to play the game.
Not either.
Right?
I can't watch streamers. I can't do it.
Yeah,
Mark, we're going along here, brother. I got to do the points and everything. Hell of a run here tonight.
Let me finish thanking people, man. I want to thank you guys. I want to thank you guys for doing it. And was it the Ohio and Indiana roofing? I want to thank her for coming on board. And Blackhawk Motorsports, I want to thank them for coming on board too. They're also doing some sponsoring in our main league, which is awesome.
They're doing the sponsoring, basically. It's not sponsor open, but
I mean, she's title sponsoring it, the Ohio and Indiana roofing, and Blackhawk Motorsports is doing some other sponsorship type stuff, some other awards and things like that, which is really awesome. Since we had a sponsor for a long time that stuck with us multiple years, and he stepped out for whatever reason. His son got older and wasn't racing with us anymore. And
economy.
Corey and them stepped in last year and did it for us, which is awesome with Savage Edge. And I didn't know what he was going to do this year. And then
I was worried, Mark. I was worried. Yeah. Oh, God.
Me too. And then we didn't even ask him. He just came up and said, hey, we'd be interested. I said, heck yeah, So well, I mean, he said it about this league, and then I did ask him about the main league.
He jumped right in for the Winter Series. I made one post asking if anybody wanted to, and had a message that day. I mean, shout out to Ohio and Indiana Roofing for real, and Blackhawk Motorsports.
And hopefully we can get a commercial for them up soon. And I think she's going to check into getting something like that, because that's a big company. If anybody lives up in the Ohio and Indiana area, they all know that company. So it's a large construction company. I think Burns is the name of the main construction company. I believe is what I've been told, but supposedly pretty daggone big. So that's amazing to get them on board to help us out.
Absolutely.
Hopefully it can be a long-term relationship, I hope. So, but we'll see. And I'm gonna let you get out of here. I'm running along. I know Kyle he got a little mouthy too. So I'm almost regretting inviting the sucker, man. And first daggone time in this car, and he ran that good. I'm a little worried.
That was his first time in the car, Mark. He said. Yeah. Now, really, I feel like he's lying. I feel like a fib's being told there, dude, because he got in here. Yeah. It was fast from the get-go.
Oh, yeah. He's fast anyway, man. He runs with some fast guys. He does some setup building for pay to win. So he's fast, right? He's going to figure the car out. If it didn't have any tires on it, he'd probably still figure out how to drive it. So, he's a driver, right? So absolutely. I might be regretting inviting him in here, but I like to race, that. And it doesn't matter. I don't care if you're faster than me. It gives me something to compete with, and I think any fast driver would like that too, right? We don't want to be out front all the time. We want to work for it. So
I know you were watching the broadcast. Hopefully you wasn't listening. Hopefully you were focused on the race around like lap 120 because I was making your head bigger. But appreciate all you do for me, Mark, and congratulations here, brother, on the P1 race win number 2.
appreciate it, Tanner.
Awesome. I will have to get the old man out of here. I'm sure he needs to go stretch his legs or something, folks. And boys,
I'm going to play some zombies, son.
I'll be there in a minute. Give me a moment. I don't even know where to put you. All right, guys. Folks, for real, I know he went long there. Mark's my buddy. He's one of my best friends on here, so I'm going to shoot the powwow with him for a little bit. Boys and girls, it's been fun one tonight. I can't thank y'all all enough for staying with us if you're still here. If you are, hit the like button. I know I'm begging, but it helps out a lot. Pull up them race results, and we'll get the hell up out of here. All right, Mark Arthur, Klingenpill, Brian Dees. That was the podium here tonight. Alex D. Harris, right on P4. Jay Powell was in 5th. Brad Lawson, 6th. Nicholas Lamb, 7th. Austin Edstrom, up and down roller coaster of the night. He brought it home P8. So, sad to see for the 87. Then Broke Guy Racing's own Andy Politsky brought it home 9th. Paul Ellison, quiet night. Didn't have to mention the 55, but like 2 or 3 times. If we don't mention you, it's not because we don't like you. It's because you're doing the right thing. You're clean, and you're not causing any incidents. You're not in any incidents. Then you got Brian Zimmerman in 11th, also up and down night. He qualified P3. Terry Foster, the Taffy Man, 12th. Dustin Pink, 13th. Chris Paul Hamas is in 14th. Trey Young brought home 15th. Newcomer, super excited to have 77 out here. Mike Massingill, Blackout Motorsports' very own owner, brought home 16th. Larry Bell, 17th. Aaron Bockover's 18th. 19th was Chummy Miller, representing Chummy Motorsports. 20th, Jason Bauer. 21st, Chris Berg. Tulabo Toms, 22nd. And Dalton Kilroe started and parked tonight just to get the points. So, folks, shout out to Ohio and Indiana Roofing. We don't talk about them enough, but they are godsend, honestly. Shout out to Black Hawk Motorsports for sponsoring this series as well. And shout out to you at home for watching. Folks, until next time, it's been Tanner Marr up in True Sim Productions booth for the Blazing Pedals Winter Series. We'll see ya. Sorry, I had to get the music going. Folks, thank y'all. We'll see ya.